Good deeds often go unnoticed. If a person does not explicitly say that they have done a good deed, few will appreciate their actions. Most people perceive selfless gifts as something that should be done. However, some may still hope for a reciprocal thank you, like the hero of this story. Interestingly, he was not thanked by people but by wild animals. This happened in the early 2000s in the wild forests of Kamchatka. In these parts lived an elderly forester who, like many locals, was an avid hunter. He particularly enjoyed hunting Kamchatka sheep because the meat of this animal had a unique taste and was considered very healthy. After walks in the forest, the man loved to stay overnight in a hunting lodge. There, he cooked a delicious dinner over a fire, relaxed peacefully, and early in the morning headed home to the nearest village. The hunter had a tradition that many found strange. Before leaving, he would leave part of his catch nearby the forest lodge. After him, pieces of raw meat remained scattered everywhere from the butchering of the sheep. The forester himself explained this by saying that he felt sorry for the wolves. The fact is that there were very few of them left in Kamchatka, only about 100. Despite this species being essentially endangered, people continued to hunt them. The elderly hunter wanted to support the population of these rare Kamchatka predators in some way. The animals approached the hunting lodge only when there was no one around. They were too afraid of people, as any human represented a danger to them. Therefore, the animals cautiously ate the gifted meat and quietly returned to the forest. The hunter sometimes observed them from a distance. He found it pleasant to help the animals. Several years passed, and during this time, the number of wolves increased. Young pups began to come to the smell of food. This indicated that the man's efforts were not in vain. One time, the forester returned from a successful hunt, carrying the carcass of a freshly shot sheep. It was late to go to the village, so the hunter headed to the forest lodge. The man was almost at the place of rest when he heard terrifying growls from the side. Turning toward the sound, he saw the bushes rustling, and out came a huge bear. The seasoned hunter did not panic. He quickly grabbed his knife, knowing he wouldn't have time to use his gun. However, there was practically no chance of survival. The beast confidently approached him. Suddenly, a wolf's howl echoed, and a pack of gray predators rushed out from behind the trees and charged at the bear. The wolves grabbed its paws and immediately jumped back to avoid being harmed by the large animal. Eventually, the bear, with a wild roar, turned to flee. It couldn't handle such a number of fierce opponents. The wolves did not pursue it. They stopped and turned towards the forester. The man thought that the predators would now attack him, but the animal stood there for a few more minutes, calmly turned around, and headed back into the forest. The forester could not recover for a long time. In the morning, as a sign of gratitude, he left all his catch for the wolves and went to his village. His gun was ready in case the bear returned. The man did not expect that the wolves would respond to him with kindness, as he fed them not to tame them but out of love for nature. However, the predators still found a way to thank the forester. They saved his life. Interestingly, after defeating the bear, the animals did not even attempt to attack the hunter or take the freshly killed sheep from him. Apparently, feelings of gratitude sometimes mattered more to them than animal instincts.